All right. So I was praying yesterday and doing the lesson. The Lord stopped me, and He said there will be more prophets and prophetic voices and words arising from the place from Los Angeles and from various parts of California, New York, and Detroit also. And then this is to match the level of wickedness and darkness that are in those areas. And then I said I saw tornadoes coming, and then they were not necessarily storm tornadoes. They were tornadoes that were they almost had a personality, and they were going up to from house to house, and it was almost like they were examining the houses, and they were looking at the house, and as they came up to the houses, they would inspect. And if the house was worthy, then it would go around the house, and it would miss the house, and it wouldn't destroy that house. And then I started to hear wailing in the spirit. People were crying out for justice. And then I said, Father, be merciful. And then I heard this will be a time of unrest. Prepare your hearts and your minds. We need to allow God to use us in these dark times, and don't be dismayed by what we'll see. He said, I'm coming swiftly. He said, wait with patience. Occupy until I come. He said, hold your fort. Sudden calamity comes swiftly. Are you ready? Is your house in order? We must keep our focus in this day, though the distractions are many. Pray for discernment in this hour. It will save you from being drowned or drawn away from me. He said, yoke yourselves with believers. This is a time of yoking. The enemy knows this and will send what he can to cause us to yoke ourselves with him. We must be discerning. Relationships matter in this season. Who we have aligned ourselves with. He said, check your circles. Just because they are of the body does not mean that you should yoke yourselves with them. Alignment with proper relationships will determine forward mobility in the kingdom. The biggest concern is kingdom advancement. Praying and fasting is essential, and especially now. He said, approach my throne boldly. He said, do not be deceived. He said, hear my words. Have your coat. And so I was telling the ladies yesterday, because I was like, have your coat. And I don't like to stop. Even if it doesn't make sense to me, I just keep writing at what I hear because, I'll come back to it after he's finished saying what he's saying. So have your coat. I came back to it after I was done, and it's Strong's Concordance, H377, which goes into what I'm going to be teaching tonight on the Day of Atonement. Now, this is the word kafar, which sounds like shofar, and I thought it was absolutely awesome that we just left the day, the Feast of Trumpets, which is the shofar, and now we are coming to the kafar, which is the coat, and it means to cover with pitch or to cover, and it says also it's to make expiation for an offender, to free them from a charge, to obtain forgiveness, to cover and to pardon. That's the coat. And so I was like, oh, my goodness. So that's what you mean. Do you have your coat? Have your coat. And he said, I will stir up the spirit in you. There will be unrest in the land. There will be unrest in you to preach the gospel and speak the word of God. This is not an unrest of chaos like it will be in the world, but the unrest in you will be to speak and to preach the word of God. There will be an unction to speak my word. He said, open your mouths and speak my word. The word must go forth swiftly. Time is almost up. Keep calm. I am with you. In this dark and dying world, I am the light. I will shine through you. Allow me to lead you. Do not be dismayed by what you see. This must come. I will keep you in perfect peace if you keep your mind stayed on me. You are not alone, though it will come a time when you feel as if you are. Cry out to me. I will answer. There is no fear in love, for perfect love casts out fear. Therefore, I command you not to fear. Fear will cause you to lose the battle. If you agree with and succumb to it. And he said, this will not be a happy time, but the joy of the Lord is your strength. Find joy and peace in the coming storm when your mind is fixed on me. Be still and know that I am God. Yes, I am God of the God of creation. Search yourselves. Are you in right standing? Humble yourselves. Forsake not the assembling of yourselves. Relationships are vital in this season. The humble will fall willingly before God, but the proud will fall. He said, I don't know. This is when I started. I saw many people running. I saw many running, but God says, come back to him. He said, run to him, not from him. The only true safety is in him. Overwhelming sadness and darkness will fill the land. We must be trained by God, be his light. We are trained to provide the way to hope. Prepare yourselves for what's about to drop. And I still haven't gone back to that, so I don't know what that means. I will not keep you ignorant. Prepare yourselves as you warn others. Find shelter in me. I am God. Many will be overwhelmed with sorrow and grief. I don't know what that says. They have because of as they lose homes, loved ones, and food. Be overwhelmed with joy as my words are like.